Hey guys, so I just saw in the news that the notorious Biggie, Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. His mom died at 78, and may she rest in peace. This is not in any way to be taken as a disrespect to her or her family or Biggie. This is just talking about the organization, because Biggie's mom, Voletta Wallace, she was an active Jehovah's Witness up until her death. When you go to her Instagram page, you see pictures of her talking about the meeting and being at the memorial, and she was a known Jehovah's Witness. And of course, I've heard so many people complain, like, why is there all these Serena Williams posts, like, don't hate on her as a Jehovah's Witness dancing at the Super Bowl to Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. It's not about that at all. It's not about Serena. It's not about Voletta Wallace. It's about the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses and the double standard that they have for people with money. That's really what it is about. It's because all of us who went to meetings were treated like trash because we were rank and file lowly members. We weren't part of the elite. As soon as you're part of the elite, the standards change. And that is why it's so notable about Serena Williams dancing at the Super Bowl halftime show to a rap song when we weren't even allowed to listen to rap. I want Serena to be out of the Jehovah's Witness organization. I want her to crip dance at the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, you go, girl. It was awesome. She looked great. It's fantastic. I wish she was free. I wish she would raise her daughter freely, but she's already teaching her daughter that we don't celebrate birthdays. She's already brainwashing her into this cult. And so it makes me kind of sad to see that they aren't enjoying their complete freedom. But on the flip side of it, it's frustrating for all of us rank and file members to see the elite live by a different standard. And it's not these celebrities' fault, obviously. It's the organization's fault. Like, everybody should be treated the same. Jesus said we are all equal, including the governing body, because the governing body is up with the elite. I mean, they are giving, they used to give autographs to people. There's a picture in one of the literature where the governing body members are signing a Bible. Just think about that, how crazy that is. And they signed a Bible. Who are they? They're just people. They're just these random people. They're not special. And people are taking pictures with them and elevating them. Like, if you ever saw Samuel Hurd's dance when he got to the Sao Paulo, Brazil International Convention, when they picked him up at the airport, he's being treated like a king, like royalty. And for us, Jehovah's Witnesses, to see that, it's disgusting. Isn't that what Jesus hated? Jesus hated the Pharisees for being hypocrites, for doing all these things, for being lauded and praised and adored. He did not want that. So to see this is just completely shocking. And the same goes with Voletta Wallace. No disrespect for her. I am really just talking about the standards of the organization. But Voletta Wallace has a net worth. And when you look up her net worth, it's not very clear. Apparently, she co-manages the money with Faith Evans, Biggie's wife, who's not a witness. But it is estimated, like when you Google this, that her net worth is somewhere between 10 and the highest I found was $100 million. So that's a big chunk of money. Now, I would hope that money goes to the family and to people in need. The same with Prince. When Prince passed away way too early, he was an active Jehovah's Witness at the time who did not have a will. And I really fear that the Watchtower Society swooped in and got that money and used their lawyers, or who knows, because he did not have children. And I don't know what happened with Prince's money. I just hope that it wasn't the Watchtower Society that got that money. And the reason that I thought about all of this is that I hope that Voletta Wallace has a will that does not name the Watchtower Society as a beneficiary. I think we can't even fathom how much money they make of people leaving all their money to the society. I know there was a brother in our congregation in Europe. He was married with a small child. He did have a will. He unexpectedly died, and he left his wife and child. He left every penny to the Watchtower Society in his will. The wife and the child got nothing. Imagine. And if the Watchtower Society would truly be kind and would truly care about people, widows and orphans, they would have said, we don't need this. You are the wife. He may have married and never changed his will. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that this happened. And this poor lady kept coming to meetings with her kid, and all the money went to the Watchtower Society. When does the Watchtower Society ever say, you know what, let's help people with this? They expect the local congregations to help. They expect the brothers and sisters to help that most of the time don't have money themselves. And yet they're raking in money, especially from people that are passing away. So when Voletta Wallace passed away, how much of this enormous estate did she leave the Watchtower Society? I hope it was zero. I hope her family got it. But I also know that in my own family, I have an aunt and uncle, and he has several children, and he really was inactive. I would almost say more on the apostate side, where he really didn't go to meetings and would say stuff like it's a fairy tale. And shockingly, he met this super active sister through my grandma who was wealthy. He didn't know she was wealthy on the first date, and he did not like her, and he made fun of her. But then when he got home, she let him know that she has quite a bit of wealth. No children, no immediate family, and my Tiff really kind of jumped on this and married her. And so the children are thinking that they're going to inherit. Rightfully so. There's a lot of wealth there. And they've been married for a long time now, so you would think like those are the stepchildren they will inherit. And she told us that her will is ironclad, and all of that is going to the Watchtower Society. And I don't even think the kids know that. Having a little bit disagreements, and I think it is like who's going to inherit, who's going to be. And I'm thinking, you know what, nobody is going to inherit at all, because they already have an ironclad will that it's all going to go to the Watchtower Society. And that's heartbreaking, because at that point, there's already great-grandchildren that are in the picture who all deserve this money. Like, I can't believe that this abusive, horrible cult that is involved in CSA cover-ups is getting this money. It really just irks me. And obviously, I know nothing about Voletta Wallace's will or life or estate, but that was just my immediate thought, was that I so hope that she looks like a lovely lady, that she left the money to her family. And there is a little bit of another thing that I want to touch with this double standard with celebrities, because if you go to her Instagram page, sprinkled in between pictures of meetings and the memorial of Jesus Christ's death are pictures with celebrities, idolatry among Jehovah's Witnesses, rap music. I mean, Biggie, of course. Like, I mean, these songs are not anything that Jehovah's Witnesses would ever approve of listening to. And again, I am saying this from a Jehovah's Witness perspective. Like, I love his songs. I have no problem with it, but I'm not a Jehovah's Witness on the inside anymore. I'm speaking about if you're an active Jehovah's Witness, this is like being worldly, listening to rap music. There's plenty of articles on the Watchtower Library about rap music and what it does to people. And so it is such a double standard that she will praise his music, and, you know, she got really involved in making his music succeed even after his death. It like record sales, she's like managing it with lawyers, and she's very successful, which is great. Again, from an outside perspective, very great that she's doing it. But from as a Jehovah's Witness, like, I know that people have gotten in trouble for working with army affiliation, religious affiliation, and had to quit their jobs. But you know that the wealthy J-dubs write a big check and they don't get in trouble. I actually do know that for a fact. I know that one brother would hand deliver a check to Brother Loesch for a lot of money, and they always got away with things. And it was so shocking to see for us in the congregation, because what is this? And so it really just feels like, how can you be such a part of the world, involved in the rap industry itself, and be an active Jehovah's Witness, when us rank file members just got in trouble for so much less? And I hope you guys all like understand that. Again, I am not harping on Serena Williams. I'm not harping on Prince or Valletta Wallace at all. I'm just saying that in a cult structure, if it benefits the cult, they will close their eyes to things that they consider wrongdoing if it benefits the cult. But if you have nothing to give except your little donations and your little time, you're going to be in that library for every little thing. I mean, I have been in the library for tiny things. I wasn't able to do a demonstration because my skirt was riding up a little bit, and basically you could see my kneecaps, and they said you can't go on stage like that. It wasn't even really that bad, but that is how strict they are with rank and file members. And so I just wanted to put that out there and kind of clarify, we're not harping on Serena. We're not harping on these celebrities at all. I love Prince. I think Serena did great. I'm sure Miss Wallace was a wonderful person. It's just the cult aspect of it. You know, that cult has such an immense double standard that just makes you want to really throw up. So anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts. Tell me what you guys think and leave me a comment. Bye.